Have you ever watched a tiny bird and wondered how it finds its way across thousands of miles, year after year? It's one of nature's greatest mysteries. Birds, like the European robin, weighing less than a quarter, fly from Scandinavia all the way to Africa and back again. They carry no maps, no compass, no fancy GPS. So how do they do it? The answer, scientists are discovering, is stranger and more incredible than we could have ever imagined. It's not just biology, it's physics. And not just any physics, but the mind-bending world of quantum mechanics. Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the eyes of a bird to uncover a secret that connects the smallest of creatures to the fundamental laws of the universe. For decades, we've known that birds use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate. It's like they have an invisible sixth sense, but the how has always been a puzzle. How can a living creature detect something as weak and subtle as a planet's magnetic field? The prevailing theory is as fascinating as it is bizarre, and it's called the radical pair mechanism. It all starts in a very specific place: the bird's eye. Inside their retinas, birds have special molecules, a type of protein called These proteins are sensitive to light. When a photon of light, say, from the morning sun strikes a cryptochrome molecule, it kicks an electron out of its place. This electron doesn't just fly off, it jumps to a nearby molecule, creating what is known as a radical pair. Now, what is a radical pair? It's two molecules, each with a single, unpaired electron. Think of these electrons as tiny spinning tops. They can either spin up or spin down. In this radical pair, the two electrons are quantumly entangled. Entanglement is one of those concepts from quantum physics that sounds like science fiction. Einstein famously called it spooky action at a distance. It means these two electrons are intrinsically linked. Their fates are intertwined. If you measure the spin of one, you instantly know the spin of the other, no matter how far apart they are. In the bird's eye, these two entangled electrons are now spinning together in a delicate, synchronized dance. This is where the Earth's magnetic field comes into play. Our planet's magnetic field, though incredibly weak, about 100 times weaker than a fridge magnet, is just strong enough to interact with these tiny spinning electrons. The magnetic field exerts a subtle pull, influencing the direction of their spin. It's like a gentle breeze trying to change the direction of our spinning tops. This influence affects how long the two electrons stay in their entangled state. Depending on the angle of the Earth's magnetic field relative to the bird's head, the entangled state will collapse at a different rate. So, if the bird is facing north, the entangled state might last for a specific duration. If it turns to face east, that duration changes. But how does a bird feel this? It doesn't. It sees it. The collapse of this entangled state triggers a chemical reaction. The duration of the entanglement determines the final chemical product that is created. Some products are created when the bird faces north, and different products are created when it faces east or west. These different chemical products send different signals to the bird's brain through the optic nerve. The result is a visual pattern, a kind of filter or overlay, superimposed on the bird's normal vision. The bird literally sees the magnetic field. Imagine looking out at the world and seeing faint patterns of light and dark that shift as you turn your head. These patterns would tell you exactly which way is north, which way is south, and everything in between. It's a biological compass built right into its visual system. This isn't just a wild theory. Scientists have conducted fascinating experiments to test it. In one study, they exposed migratory birds to a very weak, oscillating magnetic field. This artificial field was designed to disrupt the delicate quantum entanglement of the radical pairs. And what happened? The birds became disoriented. They lost their ability to navigate. When the artificial field was turned off, their internal compass started working again. This provides strong evidence that this quantum mechanism is indeed what's guiding them. This entire field of study is called quantum biology. It explores how quantum phenomena, which we usually associate with the subatomic world of particles and super-chilled laboratories, can actually play a crucial role in the warm, wet, and messy world of living things. For a long time, physicists believed this was impossible. They argued that the delicate quantum states, like entanglement, were too fragile to survive for long enough inside a living cell. The constant jostling of molecules and thermal energy should, in theory, destroy any quantum effect almost instantly. But nature, it seems, is a far more clever engineer than we are. It appears that evolution has found a way to harness these fleeting quantum effects. The cryptochrome protein acts as a protective little cage, shielding the radical pair from the surrounding noise just long enough for the magnetic field to have its say. And it's not just birds. This quantum compass might be more widespread in the animal kingdom than we think. Similar cryptochrome-based mechanisms are suspected in sea turtles, fish, and even insects, like the monarch butterfly, which also undertake incredible long-distance migrations. What's even more mind-blowing is that we humans have cryptochromes in our own eyes too. We don't seem to have a magnetic sense, but some studies have suggested that our cryptochromes might be involved in regulating our circadian rhythms, our internal body clock. Could it be that deep in our evolutionary past, our ancestors also had a magnetic sense that we have since lost? It's a tantalizing question. The implications of this discovery are profound. It blurs the line between physics and biology, showing that the most fundamental rules of reality are actively at play within living organisms. It suggests that life has evolved to exploit the quantum world in ways we are only just beginning to understand. Photosynthesis, the process that powers most life on Earth, is another area where quantum effects are thought to be crucial, allowing energy from sunlight to be transferred with near-perfect efficiency. Even our sense of smell might rely on quantum tunneling. So, the next time you see a flock of birds flying in a perfect V formation, or hear the song of a robin in your garden, take a moment to appreciate what's really happening. You're not just looking at an animal. You're witnessing a master of quantum mechanics. Inside its tiny head, a phenomenon that has puzzled the greatest minds in physics is happening thousands of times a second, guiding it on a journey that spans continents. It's a beautiful reminder that the universe is filled with wonder, from the grand scale of galaxies and supernovas to the quantum dance happening in the eye of a bird. These tiny creatures are living proof that the world is far stranger, more connected, and more magical than we can see with our own eyes. They carry a map of the world written in the language of quantum physics, a secret whispered by the planet itself. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the quantum world of bird migration. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the wonders of science and nature. And let me know in the comments what other natural mysteries you'd like to see us unravel. See you in the next video.